How's it going, everyone? Today we have a wonderful guest from Sea Green Bookkeeping. We have Andrew here. He's one of the owners. Can you let everyone know where actually the address for Sea Green?
Yeah, we have uh, two offices. We have one office in Fairhaven at 145 Bridge Street in Fairhaven, and we also have an office on Snow Road in Marshfield, Mass.
Okay. Are you interested in sharing like the locations? Because usually what we do when we start our meetings, we kind of introduce uh, the special guests and have them kind of tell a little bit about their business
Okay.
and things like that. So today, again, we have Andrew. He is the owner of Sea Green Bookkeeping. Taxes. Also, you're going to see his wonderful sponsor ad that will run for the whole month of October, and we're going to add them for November as well. So again, Andrew, tell me a little bit about Sea Green.
Yeah. Well, we specialize in bookkeeping and taxes. Um, we also do some payroll, um, but I would probably say taxes are probably 75% of our business is probably individual and corporate taxes. Um, Maybe 20% is bookkeeping, mostly small businesses, and probably 5% is payroll. Um, we've been around for roughly 5 years. We started it with our Marshfield office, and then I purchased a small practice of a gentleman in Fairhaven who was retiring from the income tax business. So that's why we put the office in Fairhaven. So
Okay, all right. So when you started Sea Green, was there like any challenges, or was it kind of just spread it over to you, like as a
well, my brother actually started the business in Marshfield about 5 years ago, and I was working a full time job, and I decided that I wanted to get into the business.
hmm
So what I did is I went part time at my full time job and did the business part time, like a day a week, 2 days a week in Marshfield, and then the opportunity came to purchase the um, income tax business in Fairhaven.
hmm
So basically, that made me do it full time. So my brother decided he didn't want to do the accounting business anymore. So he basically left the business to me.
Okay. So your brother was the one that pretty much inspired you to want to start your own business and get the ball rolling, because you started at was it Santana's?
Well, I work at
Lantana?
Lantana
Yep.
in Randolph.
hmm
I'm the controller there, and I still do that part time.
hmm
But that was my full time job when I decided to pursue this business.
Okay. What made you like so passionable? Like I know like taxes are, every year when I hear taxes, I get a little excited because I feel like I'm gonna get some money back,
Right.
and sometimes I don't, just because you know running a business can be challenging, and and having a family. When your income is so high,
Yeah.
you really don't get too much back.
Right.
But what inspired you to actually, want to start like a tax firm? Besides of all of the cool money that you guys get after you do taxes and all that kind of cool stuff.
Right. Well, let me tell you a little bit about my background. I have a degree in Stonehill College, actually in biology, and a minor in accounting. And when I graduated from college, I worked at CVS as a store manager.
Mhm.
So I did that for maybe 10, 12 years,
Mhm.
and I decided to kind of have a career change. So I went back to school to get my master's in accounting. Um, and to be able to sit for the CPA. So in 2003, I got my master's in accounting, and then I got jobs in accounting. So um, I had one job. I worked auditing banks, which was
Mm-hmm.
a good experience. And then I got a job in a small public accounting firm in Marshfield. Um, and that's where I kind of got my passion for taxes.
Nice.
Basically, I learned about it in school, and then I um, did taxes there, individual taxes, corporate taxes, and I learned a lot, and I enjoyed it, and I became passionate about it.
Nice. Um, Going through those trials, did you like have like a role model that you may looked up to and kind of inspired you to actually, want to go further with this? It's challenging to, leave a 9 to 5 when and hey, every Friday you got a paycheck coming to going to, I don't know when I'm gonna get paid, kind
Right.
of deal. Like, did anyone uplift that?
Um, I think originally working with my brother,
Mm-hmm.
because he already had another business,
Yep.
so he taught me a lot about like running a business, what it took,
Mm-hmm.
and then I basically myself. I'm really my own role model.
Okay.
Um, I've never had like a real role model, but I kind of look up to myself.
Okay. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. So a couple other question that I have is with taxes. Are you interested in maybe potentially hosting, a learning um, curve for you for adults that can potentially may start their own law firm or potentially work at your place. I know you're always looking for help.
Right.
If especially around busy time, tax
Yeah.
season, tax seasons. Before you know it, be February, March,
Right.
and I know it's probably one of your busiest seasons around that time because I think it goes up to maybe April. April's the
Yeah.
deadline.
April 15th is usually the deadline.
Deadline. Yep. See, I kind of follow that kind of stuff. Um, yeah. So, are you interested in maybe potentially hosting a class in?
Uh, sure, it's not something that I've really thought about, but uh, as we get established and
Mm-hmm.
get maybe little more, maybe a year or two into business, yeah, I would definitely do that. I would love to kind of show somebody maybe they could become as passionate
Yep.
as I would. So that would be something that I would look at.
Okay. So right now, how many roughly you say employees? Because what? How long have you guys been going for your business?
Um, like I said, the marshal office we've had about 5 years, and basically there was no employees. It was just me.
Mm-hmm.
In Fairhaven, uh, we have during the whole year we have one other person that helps me with the bookkeeping,
Mm-hmm.
and then I also have an office manager. So you could say right now we basically have two employees and me.
Okay.
And then during tax season we add probably at least two tax preparers, and then we add some admin help too. So
Okay.
we're probably going to hire another person to do taxes too and bookkeeping.
Hey, if I knew how to do taxes, I tell you, I would
Yeah.
love to learn how to do
Yeah.
taxes. Just because it's one of those things. It eliminates you from having to, you know, uh, pay someone, and it also eliminates from you knowing the back end of
Right.
taxes and
Right.
how, if you're in a red area of, you know, your business is in a red area,
Yeah.
kind of where everything is either good or green. You know what I mean?
Right.
Um, yeah. So, like, say for example, I said, "Hey, Andrew, I just won the lottery," and I said, "Hey, I'm gonna, donate 100K to you." What would you do with that money? Like, say for example, someone's watching and say, "Wow, Sea Green, this is awesome. um, I want to donate 100K to expand your business. Like, what would you do with that money? Like, what would you do?
Um, what I would really do, to be honest with you, I would probably work on growing the business.
Hmm.
Um, I would hire probably another couple bookkeepers and tax preparers and really go out and pursue getting more business. Uh,
Okay. Would you do any marketing, or would you just
yeah,
hire? I said, hey, here's 100K, and you just say, hey, I'm gonna hire, 5 people. What other backings would you?
um, well, obviously we'd have to do a marketing campaign.
Yep, absolutely.
Right now, the majority of our business comes through word of mouth,
Hmm.
but I think with word of mouth and also there's a lot of ways to get business. Um, we're on the South Coast Chamber. We do that,
Hmm.
um, but there's also we would come up with a campaign to get more business, so we could hire more people.
Okay.
Um,
Have the South Coast Chamber helped you guys? Have they been pretty?
yeah,
Okay. Cool. Cool. Yeah,
we,
we're members with the South Coast
yeah,
Chamber as well. Cool. That's awesome. Awesome. So yeah, finish. Sorry to cut you off.
sure,
Finish. Yeah, with the 100K,
yeah.
you'll get some employees. You'll do a marketing campaign, and I think you said you'll market with the South Coast Chamber.
Well, we'd continue marketing with the South Coast Chamber, but
Mm-hmm.
maybe what we would do is we would maybe do maybe get involved with the BNI,
Mm-hmm.
um, and then there's also this thing. It's called, I don't know if you ever heard of it. It's called Bach. Have you ever heard of Bach?
I heard of it. I never really. A couple people told me a little bit about
Yeah,
it. I never really looked into it.
but basically they give you you have to pay for the leads, but they give you leads, and then it's actually leads for bookkeeping and accounting all over the country.
Mm-hmm.
So I would pursue a lot more of those, even if it was not. I mean, if it was in another state or whatever, I would do that.
Nice.
Um, that's. I mean, we would definitely get creative too to get some more business.
Absolutely.
Um, I would also spend some of that money on my training,
Mm-hmm.
my employees' training, just so we can provide the best possible service.
Absolutely, because they say now, obviously, Google, reviews and all those things can really hurt a business.
Right.
And training is a big key to sustain a 5-star review, I should say,
Right.
or 4-star. I think 4-star, even a 3-star can pass. You know what I mean? But everyone's looking for that 5-star because it looks good. But yeah, definitely training. I think it's huge. Um, Building that platform. Um, so like, um, say for example, I wanted to start a new business. What are some of your challenges that you can give to someone to prepare themselves for um, for starting a business?
Okay. Uh, I think there's three things that you need to concentrate on if you start a new business. The first one's customer service.
Absolutely.
Um, the second one's cash flow,
Hmm.
and the third one is managing the employees.
Absolutely.
So those things right there are what I would help a person who wants to start a business with. I could definitely help with the cash flow because that's basically what we specialize in, but also the importance of customer service and managing your people.
Nice. Nice. Have you ever did a broadcast before? This is
No,
the first
this
one.
is the first one.
First one. Okay. So you got a couple of viewers watching right now.
Oh,
Um, do you, by any chance, want to say like hi to anyone? You want to give any of your employees, a shout out or anything like that?
yeah, I'd like to say hi to Anne Marie. She's my office manager, and also Dawn. She does bookkeeping as well, just bookkeeping.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to say hi to them. I also like to say hi to Sarah. She works for us during tax season. She's actually the daughter of the person I bought the practice from, so
Oh wow.
it's been good keeping her on. And then we have a couple other admin that we have during the year, Cynthia and Jeannie. So I'd like to say hi to all of them.
Okay.
I'd like to say hi to my wife and my daughter. We live in Bridgewater, so I don't think they're seeing this, but
Hey, Bridgewater. It's not too far.
yeah.
Not too far. Um, so what, what's one of your biggest risks? That you probably took on. Starting your business that you may say, hey, I wish I would have never did that, or you can give some feedback to educate someone else that's potentially starting a business to you know so they won't go down those ropes of different things. Even here with me starting a business, some ropes that I thought was a little that I can look back and say I wish I never did, where was probably moving a little too fast.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think sometimes people hear a lot of cool things and they're like, oh, this is a gold mine. I can make, you know, billions of dollars in this industry. Um, but what are some of your risks that you have taken and you may want to look back and say, hey, this is something that I've been through. I can give you a little word of wisdom. I may not. This is something that you should may not try to do.
Um, well, one thing is when we had our first year in Fairhaven,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a lot. I'm not sure we were totally ready for it. It was a lot. We didn't have enough help. It was just kind of. I mean, it was 7 days a week, 90 hours a week for like 3 months, and it was just kind of too much. So the second year, I tried to hire somebody in Marshfield to do taxes, and I might not have did the work
Mm-hmm.
needed to get the right person
Correct.
in that job. That that and also when you take on clients, mostly during the bookkeeping clients during the rest of the year, you got to be you can't promise stuff that you can't really deliver.
Correct.
Sometimes you take a client that maybe it's just I wouldn't say not worth it. You can't just don't take on any client just to get business because you can really regret that.
Oh yeah, you can. They say one thing. Hey, if there's a client trying to, say, hey, for example, they say, hey, can you do it for $500, right? And your price is maybe $800, right?
Yeah.
And you said, hey, slow season. I'm gonna help this client out, right? I'm gonna do it for $500, and hopefully, they'd be happy. But that $500 turns into a whole disaster. Sometimes when you're trying to look out for a customer or a client or a friend, whatever you call it, sometimes it erupts in a disaster just
Yep.
because they don't understand the whole concept of a business and how
Right.
you format things. You know what I mean? Um, but what would be some things that you may have changed during that trial era?
Um, I'll definitely just put more effort into hiring the right person,
Mm-hmm.
um, and then just being more selective as far as clients. Not saying yes to everybody,
Mm-hmm.
because sometimes you do that, you end up regretting it.
Oh
So
yeah, absolutely,
um,
absolutely.
just being more, I think, more just smarter. I think.
Okay, tell us like one of your interests of the fun fact of sea green. What makes you want to get up every morning and say, you know what, I'm gonna do this again, and it puts a smile on your face, and it's not like one of those things like, I gotta get up tomorrow, and like is this passion? Is this a passion for you? Like, when you wake up in the morning, you're like, oh, I gotta get up. I'm ready to go. And like you kind of already know your format of the day. And what makes you like want to get up every day to do this?
Well, I've always been very self-motivated,
Mhm.
so I want to do well and I want to be successful.
Mhm.
And just if I feel good about myself, that I feel that I'm successful, then that means a lot to me, and that motivates me to want to do a good job.
Mhm.
Um, it has really nothing to do with money. It's more um, just being proud of what I've accomplished, and feel good about myself. So
Absolutely.
I think that's what I strive for. So that's why I do what I do, is because I want to be proud of myself.
Cool. Okay. That works. That's awesome. And that is one of the biggest things. You know, i- with businesses where they come across, they look at it as a money mine, right? A lot of people say, "Hey, I think this is wow. This can make me billions of dollars," right? And they go in it for the money, and it becomes uh, it hits them in reality because it's not something that they really love doing,
Right.
and it makes them frustrated, and you know what I mean. I think when it's not something that you love, you won't put your all into it. You know what I mean? If that makes sense, in a way.
Right.
Cool. But we're gonna come back. We're gonna actually go into a quick commercial. Do you want to say anything before we take off on a quick commercial?
Um, no, I
No?
don't think
Okay.
so.
All right. So, again, everyone that's watching, each and every Monday we do a one-on-one business referral web show where we sit with the business owner or the business employee to talk about their business and the structure of things and how they can maybe motivate you to want to start your own business or to potentially you may know someone that's actually looking for a bookkeeper. You can go back on this video and say, oh yeah, that one-on-one business referral web show, they had um, C Green bookkeeping, and Andrew was at the show, and that's what we're trying to build here. We're trying to build a referral base where Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, all of those different markets that we stream on is a huge, huge, huge platform for what we're trying to build here, and it's free. There's no fee unless you want to be right at the bottom there, where it's a whole bunch of sponsors. Again, it's free. So please reach out. It's free. There's no fee behind it. We also put a a flyer for you. We make a flyer so you can promote and get some of your friends and people to want to tune in. But stay tuned. We're actually going to go on a quick commercial. And with the commercial, what we usually do is we have a business that has a commercial. We can also potentially create a commercial for you. But today's sponsor is Platinum City Gaming. So check us out. All right, welcome back, everyone. We are back. I hope, again, whoever's watching enjoyed the wonderful commercial. And again, with the commercials, whoever's on the one-on-one that day, they can put up their commercial. Um, and again, this is actually free for everyone. So if you do have a commercial and you want us to put the commercial up, it's free. There's no charge to that. Now, if you want us to create the commercial, there is a charge. But let me finish up this wonderful one-on-one with C Green from Fairhaven, and we have Andrew here. So Andrew, for a referral, me and you sitting here. I know we have Andrew as a tax and accounting, and they're doing an awesome job to catch us up on our taxes and sorry, not our taxes on our QuickBooks. So if you're looking for someone that's awesome and they know what they're doing and they've been doing it for some time, I would say definitely reach out to Andrew and his crew. And he has a couple different locations. If you're looking for, for a couple of referrals, he also works with Lantanas, correct?
Lantana,
He works with Lantana.
Randolph.
Yep, right in Randolph. That can be one of their referrals. He also works with Platinum City Gaming. Andrew is awesome. And a couple other places you work with. You have?
What do you mean, like clients?
Mm-hmm.
Um, we have a company that does advertising called Creative Resources that we do work with.
Okay.
Um, we have Capeway Eye Care in Marshfield.
Yeah.
If anybody's looking to get their for their eyes, we're working with them. We have a couple landscaping companies we deal with.
Mm-hmm.
We have a couple junk removal places,
Mm-hmm.
Waste Network in Pembroke, Waste Away also down towards the South Shore. We also have Anchor Yoga in Mattapoisett that we do bookkeeping for.
Yep.
Um, and then we have a lot of individuals that we do accounting for and book and taxes.
Cool. And again, everyone, he's been doing this for some time. And again, if you looking, I know it's tough to give someone all your information and say, hey, this is, I need you to fix this. It's like giving away your life to someone. And Andrew, this is someone that you can trust. He has a family, he has a wife, and he has a business. He has multiple locations. He worked with some recognition, good companies, have been around for some time as well. So please, if you're looking for a bookkeeper or someone to do your taxes, he has some awesome rates. Also, if you're a chamber member, I believe you get a discount.
10% discount if you're a
10%.
chamber member.
South Coast, South
South
Coast,
Coast Chamber.
South Coast Chamber. So if you're with the South Coast Chamber, you get 10% off. So that's tremendous. It's tremendous, especially around tax time. You go into all these different people. I tell you, Andrew's the guy. He does our taxes here at Platinum City Gaming. So please, 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 please reach out. Um, and if you need his information, you can reach out to C Green at Bookkeeping on Facebook. Um, they are potentially working on a couple nips with the Facebook page that should be up and running within the next week or two ago, next week or two. So again, if you're looking to contact him, his info is right here on the bottom. It's 508 contact number, right?
Yep.
508 993 8659, everyone. Also, the website is www.cgreentax.com.
Right.
We also have Anne Marie's, was that her email?
No, that's my email.
Oh, is it your
That's my email. A and Jemmy at cgreentax.com. That's
Okay.
that's my email.
All right, cool, cool. Do you want to, by any chance, you want to give everyone the address one more time?
Yeah. Well, you have our Fairhaven office is 145 Bridge Street in Fairhaven. And the address of our Marshfield office is 1 Snow Road, Suite 8 in Marshfield.
Cool. Everyone, uh, say that one more time. One more time, Andrew.
Yep. So we have our Fairhaven office
Yep.
is 145 Bridge Street in
145.
Fairhaven,
Yep.
and our Marshfield office is 1 Snow Road, Suite 8, in Marshfield Center.
All right. So again, everyone, I'm gonna just keep saying this because the main purpose of this, one-on-one is to sit with individuals and to do a one-on-one. You know how everyone say, "Hey, I want to have a one-on-one with you," but again, Facebook is a tool where, besides having a one-on-one with everyone, because it's hard to get to everyone sometimes, you can watch our show and learn about that individual business and like, hey, I seen you on uh, Platinum City Gaming Business Referral page, and I heard all about your business, and I think we can connect somehow. And that's what we're growing here, right at Platinum City Gaming through our business referral web show. All right. But I'm gonna bring it over to Andrew and let him share, some tactics of his business just before we head off. Of what he's looking for as a referral and all that kind of cool stuff. And hopefully, anyone that's watching can use his service.
Thank you, Rashad. Basically, what we're looking for is mainly small businesses to do taxes and bookkeeping for. The majority of our bookkeeping is done through QuickBooks, either QuickBooks Online. We have a few people who use QuickBooks Desktop. Online is usually easier, but we have clients that use both of those. And then, um, for, so for small businesses, it would be bookkeeping and corporate tax returns. And then we're looking for individuals to do individual tax returns. Um, Another service that we offer is we actually uh, help businesses or individuals help them pay their bills, keep track of their like cash flow. We do a lot of that. We also do some small payroll. Um, Usually, what we would do is we would outsource it, um, but it would be done right, and that's important to know. So, um, but yeah, so it's basically bookkeeping and taxes, and then if there's anything else that you need as far as accounting goes, um, we could work with you, and we could pretty much offer you what you need to be done. If it's not bookkeeping or taxes, or maybe it's financial statements, or we do filings like sales tax filings for a few businesses. We do um, a lot of Mass Tax Connect work, so we can do that. There's a lot of things we can do. Um, some of the things might not be obvious, but we can pretty much um, work our proposal based on what you need us to do. So
Hey, everyone's. So it's like my slogan: "You set the date, and Sea Green sets the table." Um, so yeah, guys and ladies that's watching, if you're looking for a bookkeeper, again, Andrew is the guy and his crew. Please reach out. Again, they're an awesome company. All their information right here, as you see on the screen, under contact information. That's all Sea Green's information there. You're going to see their ad running as a sponsor for the next 2 months. And hopefully they keep being a sponsor because hopefully this is actually working for businesses that come on our one-on-one referral business show, and hopefully they get some clients and some clients walk in their doors or give them a phone call and say, hey, can I speak to Andrew? I heard you guys on the one-on-one show and I'm looking for a bookkeeper. And one thing I can say as running a couple different businesses through my little time that I have, bookkeeping is a big, huge tool that can destroy you if you don't keep your your money and you're not keeping track of everything. It's a tool, and QuickBooks and all these different things. It takes time to learn it. So to have an expert like Andrew to go inside and reconcile all your either your orders or your items, whatever it is, depending on the business. It's very very important to have a bookkeeper. It, it's in the dotted line. You must have a bookkeeper. If it's you doing bookkeeping, cool. If you feel happy with that, but an expert is definitely a way to go. You won't have any issues. Sometimes you may have an issue, but an expert is a way to go. So again, reach out to C Green at bookkeeping taxes. If you don't mind, Andrew, if you can just relay that one more time of what you're looking for as a referral,
Okay.
or if you're looking for any sponsorships, are you looking to maybe sponsor some events? I know it's kind of tough when you're starting you know, from ground up and trying to get the ball rolling on things. It's hard to really give back, but it's easier to kind of say, hey, I can give you a percentage off because
Right.
obviously you're trying to grow your business and yeah, just if you can one
Yep.
more time, you know, say, hey, I'm looking for as a referral, maybe a couple sponsors for, maybe if you have some upcoming events coming, or if you potentially have some events that you're going to be at that they can probably check you out, or maybe there's some type of tax expo kind of event. I never heard of any, but you never know. It's my world is totally different. I'm trying to do multiple different things, so my world sometimes is it's it's everywhere at times. But in the tax world, I'm learning it slowly. But I hired an expert like Andrew to take over. I had a good friend of mine previous before. His name is Evans Coots, if anyone knows of him. He used to actually do my taxes, but actually he's actually suffering um, um, some eye issues, so that he can't no longer do taxes for me. He was an awesome kid. He was actually about my age, 27, 30. His mom has a firm and all those kind of cool things. But yeah, finding Andrew was a dream come true because it was like it's hard to again give your all and soul to someone and say, hey, this is everything. This is my heart and my soul. Here you go, Andrew. Make it happen. But please, working with Andrew, it's been awesome. I've been down to his office. He has a nice office where you can come, like a lounge area. If you bring in the family and you may want to have the child sit in the front, he has a little lounge area with the water bubbler, coffee, and all that kind of cool stuff. Some candy. So please, check him out. Check him out. But Andrew, let everyone know again one more time as what you're looking for, maybe again as a sponsor or referral. And yeah, we'll start wrapping up the show and really do some shout outs and all that kind of cool stuff.
Yeah. Well, Rashad, we're definitely looking for small businesses that we can do bookkeeping for. Um, Most of them, like I said, use QuickBooks. Um, we're also looking for some individuals to do some tax returns for 2020. And for corporations, we also do tax returns. And also small payrolls, we're looking for those.
Hmm.
And then just businesses or individuals that we can help, whether it's paying bills for them or small businesses for filing sales taxes. One thing that just started was in Massachusetts is the Leave Act.
Hmm.
So we can educate you on that. Um, it's something that is coming out of people's payrolls now. That's going to be starting up in 2021. Employees going to be able to take whether it's leave, like if they get sick or if someone in their family gets sick, they're going to be able to take paid leave.
Wow.
So that's something that just started as far as withholding from people's paychecks.
Hmm.
So that's that, and then um, we're heading into the new year with the next tax season. So a lot of the changes took place last year, but there's some stuff that's new this year. Um, we actually just came out with a newsletter that we sent to our clients, and if anybody would like a copy of that letter, um, which tells you a lot about the new stuff going on as far as the laws, health insurance. We definitely would share that information with you because we feel that's really helpful. Um, so,
Cool. So something came to mind, and someone actually wrote me on Facebook and had a question. You don't have to share it um, if you don't want.
okay,
You can say, "Hey, give me a call." Only reason why I say that because there's a lot of people that watch the video. You may not want to give out prices and all that kind of cool
right,
stuff. Someone did ask and said, "Hey, what do I expect when I go to your place and say, hey, I need my taxes done or bookkeeping? Do you have maybe some specials or pricing, or is there a place where they can check out your rates and all that kind of cool stuff?" And again, you don't have to share your rates on here
right,
because it's one of those things. I think it's more of personal, one on one. Hey, maybe this is what I need. This is the rates for what I need. Sorry, let me rephrase that. So if someone came to you and said, "Hey, I need this service from you," there's maybe a rate behind that, right? And someone else came and said, "Hey, I need bookkeeping,
right.
or I need my taxes done." There's different rates. But someone asked me, "What are your rates besides going to H&R Block and all those
Right.
kind of cool places?"
Um, the way we usually work bookkeeping is we usually provide a monthly rate. It's basically a monthly service. We also do a quarterly service. Um, so basically, it's either a monthly rate or a quarterly rate. Depends on what the company's looking for. Um, we try to be as affordable as possible. Same thing with individual tax returns. Um, basically, like I said, we try to be affordable. It depends on what's on the return, what the return has in it for the price. So you definitely want to call us 508-993-8659. Um, with the bookkeeping for corporations, we usually like to include the individual and corporate taxes as part of the rate. So you're getting the bookkeeping and then you're getting the tax returns, oftentimes corporate tax returns included in the price. So we feel usually pretty it's usually pretty affordable. So, but it kind of depends on the situation. It's hard to really quote prices unless you know exactly what needs to be done. So, but it's 508-993-8659. That's our office, and we'd be glad to get back to you and we could talk about prices.
Cool. Are they able to look on the website what prices? Any
Um,
discounts on the website?
right now, the only discount we really have right now is the 10% for the South Coast Chamber.
Mm-hmm.
We don't usually keep prices on the website. The website's more informative.
Mm-hmm.
It gives you a lot of information as far as taxes go or bookkeeping. But we definitely could work on some deals. Like I said, right now we have the South Coast Chamber that we offer. But I think last year we had something. We had a grand opening last year in Fairhaven, and we offered a free individual tax return. So we're definitely going to try to maybe do something like that as we get towards the end of the year. Um, so,
Cool. Okay. So we're gonna get ready to start wrapping things up. Andrew, again, you want to give anyone a shout out? You want to let anyone know about any upcoming events that you may have coming up, or anything that you may have coming up you want to share with the world? Because again, this gets, a lot of people see this feed, and individuals get to meet you, and actually learn a little bit about you, and all those kind of cool things. I think this is the time to kind of share, if you have any events coming up, or they can check out your Facebook page. I know that's in the works.
Right, that's in work in progress.
Um, yeah, do you want to share anything? Like, you have any upcoming events or anything
Um,
like that?
no, not really. We're trying to get some more business for the end of the year as we head into tax season. Um, I definitely like to give a shout out to my employees, which I've already done, but
Hmm.
Anne Marie's our office manager. Um, Dawn does bookkeeping with me. Um, she really works from remotely. Um, Sarah does taxes during tax season for us. And then Jeannie and Cynthia help with the admin. I like to have a shout out, like I said before, to my wife Carissa and my daughter Gianna. Um, Also to my brother Chris, who started the business. He lives in Marshfield, and he's kind of specializing now on IT. So if anybody
Well,
needs IT work, he can do anything for you, whether it's setting up systems or anything. He can do IT work.
is he good with firewalls?
He's good with firewalls.
Yeah.
Yep, he's
Okay.
very good with firewalls.
Okay.
Um, and I also like to say a shout out to my parents. They're in Kingston, so
Cool. All right. Okay. Uh, so again, everyone, usually, oh, usually we end the show with some thank yous, and uh, like us on Facebook and all that kind of cool stuff. But please check out Sea Green. Their Facebook page will be up within a couple of days or so. Check out their website. Also check out their locations. You learned a little bit about Andrew and how he started, and how he may have made mistakes, and maybe you can learn from that. And even, no one's perfect, and this group is all about helping each other and uplifting and building. All of us, we both have small businesses, and it's really about lifting and helping each other. And I think that's how individual businesses succeed, from the help of one another. And with this referral group, it's all about helping each other, and how we can benefit and help each other. So please reach out to Andrew from Sea Green. Check them out on, you know the Facebook page will be up shortly. Check them out, at their website. Please give them a call, and send them an email as well.
right.
And one last question I had before we wrap up. I know tax season's coming.
Yeah,
Would you be? My mind was just thinking, like, I know a lot of places don't do these kind of things. Would you be interested in hosting an event? Like, it would be all about you, but we'll bring individuals together that can potentially be clients for you for tax season. But everyone's all about, holiday season's coming.
yeah,
How can I save a dollar?
right.
I think a cool event that involves with bringing people together, where you could potentially get clients from that. Say for example, if we had 100 people show up, right? I, it was just dawning in my head. I don't know how we can really
Yeah,
format it, but I was just thinking like, hey, this can be a if we hosted an event here at Platinum City Gaming, um, maybe we can do some type of event that involves with taxes,
sure.
where it can either be a class, but potentially with that class, you can teach one and gain one, if that makes
Yeah,
sense. So, you know,
that's definitely we would definitely like to do that.
because think about it, if you taught them the basics, you can also gain one. So, say for
Right,
example, they don't know how to do their taxes, or they're still learning the process of it. They're gonna need someone to do the taxes at a good rate.
right,
Especially me. I'm always looking for. I go to H&R Block, but even going to them sometimes they're corporate. They're a big
right.
company.
We're a lot cheaper than H&R Block. I can tell you that for a fact. So um, I'm a CPA as well. Usually H&R Block, you're not dealing with a CPA. So, but we are definitely a lot cheaper than H&R Block.
Cool. That's good to know. Like when you came to me, you're like, "Oh, who do you do your taxes with?" And I'm like, H&R Block, and I'm like, I know I spent a little bit more money,
They're
but
a
it
lot. They're
is,
very expensive.
yeah, it's a lot. And I'm thinking of just leaving everything over to you, Andrew, and
Yeah.
and um, and just go that route. I think it's and
Well, I think a lot of. I think that's a lot of the. We've got a lot of people who went to H&R Block that are just spending a lot more money than they would think they should spend or they like to spend, and
mm,
we are always cheaper than H&R Block, and I feel we do b- better better work too. So
and you guys are all year round. Because
that's
one
right.
one issue that I have, H&R Block, is that you know during tax season they're so active, right?
Yeah.
So when tax season's out, their office is closed half of the time,
Right.
and it's hard to really get a hold to them. These are
Right.
issues that I came across, and
Yep. That's true.
again, working with a small business like Andrew, you can get him all year round.
That's
So if you
correct.
had any questions or something was screwed up, do you guys offer like some type of um, uh, I can't say insurance,
Yeah.
but do you guys say, for example, if something was screwed up, do you guys go back and kind of rectify it so that the
Yes.
client doesn't have to pay?
Yes. We It's part of our service. If there's issues with your tax return after a lot of times people get notices,
Mm-hmm.
but what we'll do is we work with you. I made tons of calls to the IRS and the Mass
Oh
DOI
wow,
just because I value what we do, and if
that's
there are
huge.
mistakes, but there's quite a few people that end up getting notices, unfortunately.
Cool.
People get audited. A lot of times it's random. If something on the return, they have a question. We've called the IRS many times and in the Mass DOI, so that I can tell you if we did the return and something comes back, a question or whatever, we would definitely help rectify the issue.
Cool. That was something that again that I came across. So I thought
Yeah.
it will probably be something that someone else will probably want to ask as well.
Well,
Because
and it's also, people can call the IRS on their own. It's a lot quicker if they come to us, and because we have a special line that we call that the public doesn't have. So it's a practitioner hotline, and it's a lot quicker than if somebody just calls the IRS on an issue. You're probably going to be on hold an hour, more than an hour, um, and you're not going to know what questions to ask. So
yeah, and plus sometimes when even this is another scenario. So I one day I tried to call the IRS myself
yeah,
and deal with an issue, just because the company, I don't want to keep putting the name out there,
yeah,
but the company didn't wasn't responding. So I said I had a notice, and I said, I have to try to figure out what is this all about. So I called them, and they kept asking me all these additional questions I
yeah,
couldn't answer, and I'm like, now I
yeah,
need an expert.
yeah.
So again, it's always good to work with an expert, and you never know. They're always willing to potentially work around your budget. You never know. They say one of those things is if you don't ask, you may
Right,
not we may not get it. So it's
right.
one of those things. Reach out to Andrew from Sea Green and have them help you for your bookkeeping and taxes and all that kind of cool stuff. But again, thanks everyone for watching, and learning about Andrew and C Green and the bookkeeping company. Um, Thank you. And I hope all the people that's watching can maybe share this video. I know we had a nice, good amount of people viewing today. So if you're watching this video, share it because this is all about, again, you know, helping each other, especially small businesses like ours. So please, again, I'm going to say this one more time. Reach out to Andrew from Sea Green Bookkeeping and Taxes. His contact info right on here. You may be like, what is that? But the contact info is right there. This show is potentially all about the business owner. So please reach out to Sea Green, and thanks for watching.
Well, one more thing I'd like to add is,
Hmm.
as I said during this podcast, I also do work for Lantana, the Lantana in Randolph, Mass. So if anybody has any functions that they need booked, um, whether it's business, social, weddings, I thought I'd promote that too. So it's the Lantana in Randolph, Mass.
Yeah, I know
Um,
everyone knows Lantana.
yeah,
It's right off the highway.
yep.
Um, yeah, please check them out. I actually went down there a couple weeks ago. I met with what was the lady's name?
Erica,
Erica, and there was another lady,
Esther.
Esther. Yeah, awesome,
They're
awesome.
two of the salespeople there, and Lantana's actually been in business for almost 50 years. So um, they definitely would love to do events for people, social events, businesses. Um, it's a good size function hall, and I work there as well. So, um, but yeah, so if anybody wants to contact me about Lantana, I can get them in touch with Lantana too if they want to have a function.
Yeah, because you have your own office there at Lantana's.
I have, well, yeah, I have an office there.
Yeah, I
So
seen it when I
usually
went.
I'm there usually 2.5 days a week. I'm at Lantana. Wednesday and Friday I'm in Fairhaven, and then half a day Tuesday I'm in Marshfield. So definitely get around.
That must be a big account. That must be a pretty big account. You know, they do weddings there. They have a couple
Uh,
different rooms. I know
yeah,
my cousin did a high school graduation party at Lantana's one
yeah.
time, and I know they have a couple different rooms.
There's a lot of different rooms,
Hmm.
a lot of space. I could tell you the food is excellent. So there's definitely um, a lot of room there. So if anybody needs to have a function, I would definitely look for Lantana. It's in Randolph. It's right off 93, exit 5. So
Cool. All right, so we're gonna get ready to wrap things up, and thanks everyone for watching. Make sure you also check out our sponsors. We have Robin's Flower Shop. We have TMLP. Please check them out as well. Um, we have a couple more. Gonna wait till it actually scrolls through. We have Sea Green Bookkeeping and Taxes, and actually we have them on today. Andrew. So again, check them out as well. We also have Nerds to Go. As they say, we are the nerds you know. So please check out all of these awesome companies. Again, there's Robin's Flower Shop. Check her out. She does some amazing flowers. And Bobby, her son, he's an amazing guy. He supports everything that we host here. Awesome guy. I really like Bobby. Really good guy. I also like Robin as well. So please check them out. And again, check out TMLP. The guy that we work with TMLP is Lee. Um, he's an awesome guy as well. Really good guy. From Nerds to Go, please check out John. He's a tremendous guy. He's down to earth, really good guy. We chat pretty often. Really good guy. Please check him out as well. So again, TMLP, Nerds to Go, Sea Green, bookkeeping and taxes, and Robin's Flower Shop. Check them all out. Those are our sponsors for today. And we're going to wrap things up with a commercial. and we're gonna end it from there. And thank you again for watching. And please stay tuned to our commercial, Platinum City Gaming. So if you haven't came down to check us out, here's a sneak peek of what we're all about. Thank you again for watching, everyone.